Well, hello, hi. It is me, it is I, small town do your and these are very internet and I'm back. Hello, yalla. I'm standing today because I try to record a videos. Okay, I perform a lot of my tasks standing. Like my work requires that as a stay-at-home child. But I actually want to talk about something rather serious. It's not gonna take that long because there's enough around it, but I don't believe we should ever stop talking about it. That's why I'm adding my voice to this thing that you guys have already heard about. I'm not watching Big Brother Mzanzi. I don't care about Big Brother. I tried to watch Titans when it came on because there was a lot of chatter about it and it seemed exciting. And the dynamic of the two nations, that's the Nigerian and South African one, right? But I couldn't keep up with that as well. I don't know, it's not entertainment for me. It doesn't work. But Big Brother Mzanzi is now trending because one housemate was disqualified. He was kicked out of the house. I believe he goes by Bravo B. He was having a chat with another housemate, a guy by the name of, or who goes by my KK, or whatever was happening. I'm going to link a snippet here and I'm going to add it to this video. If I remove it at any point, it's because they decided that it's a copyright issue. So we'll get into it.
What the name again? Because I forgot that name. Elema. No, let's fuck it first. She's drunk. Wow. No, let's fuck it tonight. This boy, they like to make unnecessary jokes. Yeah. NZ too. No, but I was planning that the guy that can let me smash tonight is my chin. My chin, just to satisfy my.
You guys, look how comfortable these people are having this conversation. The camera's around. They see nothing the matter with what they're doing. Especially Yena or Bravo B. That one is trying to whisper. Maybe he has an inkling somewhere that this is not the conversation you have in public. You do it as boys right before you roofie the bitches. Right? But not really here. He's trying to be low-key about it, but sort of still taking part in the conversation. Boys are dangerous. Men are dangerous. They know what they're doing. The conversation of consent has been pushed back, in my opinion, in the last little bit because everybody has decided that we're taking the fun out of sex, right? Like, as fucking angry feminists who hate men, we're taking the fun out of it, right? Like, movies of what have done us a great injustice in this sense, right? When everybody says we're taking the fun out of it, right? The symphony of what is like the sex scene, like a classic rom-com, right? Everything just flows. There's never anybody asking, is this okay? Are we gonna do this? There's never also a condom in sight. Like, there's always just like a natural flow because it's being directed, even like in porn, right? It's just things go, right? There's like unsaid consent. Like, once we get to this point, it means you want the entire thing to happen. And as a result, people now don't want us to say, actually, conversations need to be had at different points, right? Confirmation needs to be given. Consent is a thing. Now it's like, oh, are you telling me in the middle of making out? Yeah, I actually am. You see, I am. I might just be into the making out. And I want to make out and get all like fondly and touchy and feely, but I don't want to do nothing else, right? For whatever reason. This does not mean that I've consented to this other thing. And then the issue of alcohol as well. Another thing trended on TikTok of teenage boys who may have taken advantage of a teenage girl who was invited to a party by one of their mates and stuff. And you can I think it's Sean and somebody. By the time I got on social media and saw what was going on, it had run wild, rampant. Like, I didn't know where to trace it back, the origin. People are doing lives about it. These kids think they can do lives about it. Their dad is coming out to defend them. And again, there's an alcohol element of things, right? And I'm not saying, oh, blame the intoxicated person. I'm saying if you have been intoxicated before, right? and you know that you've blacked out or you've done things you don't remember, done things that felt right in the moment that you don't regret. And I'm not even talking about sexual things. Maybe you started an argument with a friend, right? Maybe you even misplaced your phone because you were so inebriated or whatever it is that was happening, right? If you are aware that the substance can get you to that degree, how then are you confused when we say that an inebriated person is not in their right mind and therefore cannot consent? How are you confused about that conversation? But you yourself have done some things in that state of being that intoxicated where you're like, well, that's so out of character. That doesn't even make sense. Why would I do anything like that? I'm so embarrassed of my actions. Why would I talk to my friend like that? Why would I make a decision? Why would I even dial up my ex? Right? But the girls can consent. It's a lie. You know they can't consent because watch out when he hears, when my keke says, oh, they're drunk, he's like emboldened, like his posture even changes. Like he sits up, he leans in to say, let's fuck them tonight, right? Because grape is actually a conversation that boys and men have. That's why nobody wants to call out another man for doing it. They can't call out the last guy for doing it because they do it with them. Or they exist in a group where you know that my guy likes to start talking to girls when they look like their faculties are a little wonky, right? They're not all the way there. That's when he's the injury time boy, right? That's when he wants to start initiating stuff and taking advantage of situations. That's the good guy, huh? That's the I don't do that. But you watch your friends do it. You never call them out for doing it. You don't step in and try to get that girl to her friends or into a cab or get her home safely, right? As long as you're not doing it, then you're the good guy. That's why we say there are no good guys. You fucking see how it works. You guys are disgusting. I did a video a while ago on the fact that teenage boys just men scare me in general. How they cover for each other, and in turn covering for themselves because they feel like I was that person yesterday. I could easily be that person again tomorrow. I would like to be that person whenever I want to and tap in and tap out. Like I want to take advantage of some girls and have nobody say anything about it. So why am I calling that guy out on it? Or I don't really think there's anything wrong with what he's doing. That girl, the same girl who's falling all over herself and puking, that's the same girl that you say she knows what she's doing. We're all grown ups here. That's the language that you guys use. You should see the defense, right? In the TikToks, guys, go look for the guys you should not be dealing with in the comment sections. The defense, whenever things like this happen, how they men in comment section say, but this wasn't that deep. But this isn't like something to describe. So we should wait for like Bravo B to act on the thing that he's saying. Are we saying the actual thing has to happen before we nip it in the bud, before we decide that this is something that maybe should not happen? This is disgusting and scary because it's common practice. That's why it's so scary. Women are there in the, guys, cameras are around, and this is the chat. You see, that tells you how common it is, this line of thinking, this way of acting within manhood and within boyhood. This is what, because we're so dramatic and we're always trying to make like the exception is the rule, and all the men on the internet, my friends and I don't act like that, bitch. Then who's friends? Then who and they friends? Because all of you swear, right? That all of you on the internet swear that you and your mates don't do that. But Bravo B, I bet you there's like a good guy in his little clique who goes around saying my friends and I don't do that. How much you want to bet? How much? Because I'm broke right now. I really do need the money. How much? Because I'm going to win. But that's my chat. Consent is a thing. Stop trying to fuck, and talk to your sons. And that's the fucked up thing about it, right? You raise your kids to respect women and you try to instill good things in them. And then men get a hold of them, right? They leave your care. And when they get to that age where the most influential people in their lives is their peer group, bad things happen there. Because people don't come from different circles, right? part of that peer group is they kids in that group who come from environments where their uncles teach them things like this, right? And it's cool, and it's swag, and it's the bravado of it all. Yeah, you know what you're doing with the ladies. Yeah, there's always that guy. And looking at Bravo B, he has that aesthetic that girls like. Like, he's got that look that girls who say they like pretty boys, like, they like that thing. Me, I feel he can't speak. I don't think he can articulate himself very well in any language. Like, in any language. So he's already fucking not hot. And I've always been that way. Like, I've never liked the so-called cute boys. So, like, there's no draw there for me. But a guy like that would usually get girls, right? And so he'd be the most influential in his peer group because they're at that age where their hormones are raging, things are happening. And when this is the kind of conversation that the ringleader, the one who's getting the girls, that's the kind of chat that he's having with them, and that's the kind of influence, it don't matter what you as the parent at home is saying. You don't know that. There's an age where you're not cool. You literally go from being cool to a fucking loser in your teenage son's eyes. I don't care who you think you are. There's an age where it's like, you don't get it, mom. Like, you don't get it, dad. Like, you don't know these girls. Like, but you know who knows the girls? Bravo B. Bravo. And that's what's scary. I think that's the scariest thing to a lot of women raising boys. That's why I don't know about raising boys. Guys, actually, I do know. Don't fucking give me a boy child. Okay? Because despite your best efforts, they'll get out there into the world, and the patriarchy and all the nonsensical toxic shit that comes with that will grip its claws into them, and they'll realize, oh, I can participate in this gross behavior and have zero consequences, baby. Why would I opt for goodness? The fuck does that get me? Right? Because they don't see where it harms them eventually along the way. They don't see that. I'm disgusted. Talk to your sons, right? Also, don't think like this. If you think like this, maybe you're not the person to talk to your son. If you're the person that says, wait for the girl to get a little off her rockers, and then I told you guys in a video that I did, the Lady Zamar one, that I had a guy like that in my life. I'll chill with him a lot, not even like in group settings, whatever. But it's only when I'm intoxicated. Then he wants to start talking about how fucking, like, don't not speak to your sons. Don't just say, oh, the world's gonna get a hold of them and fuck them up. Do your part and know that you did your part, and also understand that it may not be enough. The entire thing has to change. How they define manhood and what is considered cool as a gent needs to change. That's the conversation. But you know, we just hate men and we don't get it, and we want men to be like women. No. The amount of girls you sleep... Literally, I'm listening to this conversation. I don't even think what she wants matters. Or in Bravo B's brain, if that crosses, because she's like a tool to get at the other guy. Right? That's the entire chat. In the confessional, my keke says something like, oh, so-and-so likes her and so-and-so also likes her. So in your mind, it's, oh, let me be the one to get her, because that's how you triumph. That's how you win. That's how you get the respect of the other Owens, or show them who's King Kong in this bitch. Like, what is that? At no moment, I don't think he considers at any moment, does this person like me? Has this person shown any interest in me? Would this person be down for this? No, no, no. That's how you know. That's how you know. They know what they're doing. It's not, oh my God. Bye, you guys.